Inflammation. It's a word you've probably heard before, maybe in a doctor's office or while scrolling through health articles online. But what if I told you that certain types of chronic inflammation could quietly set the stage for cancer to take hold in your body? The truth is, inflammation isn't just a short-term reaction to injury or infection. When it lingers, it can become a silent accomplice in the development of some of the most dangerous cancers. Today, we're uncovering 4 chronic inflammatory conditions you need to know about, how they can turn deadly, and what you can do to protect yourself and your loved ones. First up, let's talk about chronic gastritis. Imagine the lining of your stomach, a smooth, protective barrier constantly at work, digesting food and keeping harmful substances at bay. Now, picture that lining under attack, inflamed and vulnerable, day after day. That's chronic gastritis, a long-term inflammation of the stomach lining that, if ignored, can lead to ulcers and eventually stomach cancer. But what causes this condition? It's not just one culprit. Regular consumption of spicy foods, alcohol, and smoking can all contribute. But perhaps the most insidious trigger is a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori, or H. pylori for short. This sneaky microorganism can quietly live in your stomach for years, slowly damaging the lining without obvious symptoms at first. Over time, this persistent inflammation weakens the stomach's defenses, making it a prime target for cancerous changes. So, what can you do? The best first step is to listen to your body. If you experience persistent stomach pain, indigestion, or unexplained nausea, don't ignore it. Seek medical advice and ask about testing for H. pylori. In the meantime, build a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and cut back on alcohol and spicy foods. If you smoke, consider this the perfect motivation to quit. Early action is your best defense against this hidden danger. Next, let's move down the digestive tract to the large intestine, where another inflammatory threat lurks: ulcerative colitis. This is an inflammatory bowel disease that causes chronic inflammation and sores in the colon and rectum. Ulcerative colitis often starts with symptoms like abdominal pain, frequent diarrhea, and sometimes even blood in your stool. But beyond the discomfort and disruption it brings to daily life, ulcerative colitis carries a more serious long-term risk: colon cancer. The longer the colon is inflamed, the greater the risk that its cells will begin to mutate and turn cancerous. The good news? Regular screening and early treatment can dramatically lower this risk. If you have ulcerative colitis, work closely with your healthcare provider to monitor your colon's health. Colonoscopies and other screening tools catch precancerous changes early, sometimes before you feel any different. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Proactive management, a healthy diet low in processed foods, and a focus on reducing stress can all help keep inflammation under control and protect your colon for years to come. Our third stop is the liver, that vital organ responsible for filtering toxins, processing nutrients, and supporting your immune system. But what happens when the liver itself is under constant attack? That's the reality for people with chronic hepatitis, a condition where the liver remains inflamed for months or even years. The culprits here often include hepatitis B or C viruses, but heavy alcohol use can also inflame and scar the liver over time. The stakes are high. Chronic hepatitis can lead not only to cirrhosis, a severe scarring of the liver, but also to liver cancer, which is notoriously difficult to treat. Prevention is key. Vaccines are available for hepatitis B, and hepatitis C can often be cured with new antiviral medications. Never share needles or personal items that might transmit blood. If you drink alcohol, do so in moderation, or better yet, cut back substantially. If you're at risk, regular blood tests and liver ultrasounds can catch problems early. A healthy lifestyle, balanced diet, regular exercise, and avoiding risky behaviors can keep your liver functioning smoothly and dramatically reduce your cancer risk. Finally, let's talk about the pancreas, an organ tucked deep in your abdomen responsible for digesting food and regulating blood sugar. Chronic pancreatitis is a condition where this vital organ stays inflamed for years, often due to heavy alcohol use, a high-fat diet, or genetic factors. As the inflammation lingers, the pancreas starts to break down, scar tissue replaces healthy cells, and the risk of pancreatic cancer soars. Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest forms of cancer, often detected too late for effective treatment. So, what can you do to protect your pancreas? Start by limiting or avoiding alcohol, which is a major trigger for inflammation. Choose a diet low in saturated fats and rich in whole, plant-based foods. If you notice persistent upper abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, or digestive issues, don't brush them off. See a doctor. Early diagnosis and lifestyle changes can make all the difference in reducing your risk. To recap, here are the 4 chronic inflammatory conditions you must watch closely. Chronic gastritis, which can lead to stomach cancer. Ulcerative colitis, which increases the risk of colon cancer. Chronic hepatitis, which paves the way for liver cancer. And chronic pancreatitis, which raises the risk of pancreatic cancer. While each of these conditions is serious on its own, the real danger lies in their ability to silently fuel cancer's growth if left unchecked. The power to protect yourself starts with awareness. Recognize the symptoms. Don't ignore persistent pain, digestive trouble, or unexplained fatigue. Make healthy choices every day. Eat a balanced diet, avoid smoking and excessive alcohol, and see your doctor regularly for checkups and screenings. Remember, early detection saves lives. By catching these conditions before they progress, you give yourself the best chance to stay healthy and cancer-free. Take charge of your health today. Your actions today can shape a healthier tomorrow, not just for you, but for everyone you care about. If you found this information valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or family member. Together, we can spread awareness, prevent cancer, and live longer, healthier lives.